here. Don't tell me who you are. Finally, I'm live. So, if you're live on YouTube, can you please chat and tell me who you are? If you're live on Facebook, please chat and tell me who you are. So I'm really destined to want to know who you are because that's how I get to know my fans. Anyway, I'm sorry that I started in the second period. There's 13:45 in the second period. Minnesota has the puck in their own zone right now. They're up 2-0. 13 shots on goal for Minnesota, 6 shots for Boston. Puck goes back in the Boston zone. Minnesota just right on it. Puck comes up to center. Boston's got control of it right now. Back into the Minnesota zone. Claire Thompson clears it up. Brings it up to, whoa, has a little slippage on the ice there. And it'll go back into the, I don't know what happened here. Yeah. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, like a girl fell down, and then that was it. Ah. Compression spray. Well, anyway. Oh, what a day. So, yeah. Sorry I started up in the second period, but that's pretty much how it started out. Oh, my word. Okay, so we got a tripping penalty by Sydney Morin from Boston. Okay, that's why. Um, um, that's why Liz Shepard went down. She got tripped. So Minnesota has the power play. Boston sends the puck all the way back. 13 minutes left in the second period. Minute 53 left in the power play just started. Minnesota brings the puck up to the Boston zone. Boston goes on a shorthanded try here. Cole brings it up to center ice. Chipped over to McGee, Brooke McGee. And it looks like we have a Minnesota penalty comes up here. Let's say Minnesota. Nope. Thought we did, but we don't have one now. So Minnesota power play is third in the league, and fleet penalty kill is second in the league. And Boston keeps bringing it up for shorthanded shots because it's, and then it was offsides, I guess. I'm just having one of those days, just like the coach of the Boston Fleet. I just don't feel very complete today. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. But like I said last night when I watched the Canadian game last night, Canadian versus the United States, I got to tell you, yeah. So they're in Boston tonight. I thought they were in Canada. No, they're at the Boston Center, home of the UMass, the UMass team. Mm-hmm. Wow, 32 seconds into the power play, or 30 seconds left in the power play, and Minnesota hasn't even brought the puck down into the Boston zone. It's all been Boston. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. Maybe Boston or maybe Minnesota can get something going here. 2 seconds, and shot goes wide. Power play over. Full strength for Boston. Boston on a breakaway. 2-on-1. Big save by Matty Rooney. Yeah, Matty Rooney's in goal for Boston tonight, or for Minnesota tonight. Matty Rooney's a hell of a goalie. She's great. Yeah, she is. She's one of those like starring or like one of the like current members of the winning team for the Minnesota Frost in the first season. Every time Minnesota goes on the ice, though, they're defending their championship, though, because they won it last year. They won the cup or something. I was talking about something that really kind of pissed me off, and the comment was taken off. The comment was taken off of the PWHL's website, and I remember I was seeing it on their Facebook page. When the PWHL first came out, this guy was talking about how, women's hockey, you know, so this guy said something about, so what are they going to play in lingerie and stuff like that? Or are they going to actually play in hockey equipment? And then the guy's like, well, I wonder what the calendars are going to be like. And the comment was, the comment was removed and everything else. And where is it that says that women can't play sports? And I think women can. And I really am happy for the PWHL. I really think that the PWHL I think is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I think the PWHL is one of the most amazingest things for women's sports because I think everybody should have the right to play hockey. Everybody should be able to play it. So, and that's how it should be. I mean, this is Minnesota, the state of hockey. Zumwinkle. Yeah. I'm yet to go to a PWHL game. I actually want to go to one so bad, but you know, 9:35 of the second, Minnesota Frost up 2-0. They should have had a third goal, but it was waved off um, because they said they didn't have enough evidence on the goal. But and somebody's got to design some of these ladies' helmets, man. Where's that guy that creates all the like cool helmets for like the guys? You got to make some cool ones for the women here. Yeah. Minnesota bringing the puck up. Ooh, and we get wow. Britta hit the wall very hard on that one. Yeah, Britta was skating down really well, and then she just like lost her footing and then almost scored a goal and then crashed into the wall at the same time. She's like, "What? Did you get that guy?" Britta Cole. Yeah, Britta Curl. Yeah. It's down in the Boston zone. Minnesota down there on the faceoff. They win the faceoff, and they keep it alive here. Minnesota fighting for the puck down here in the corner. Zumwinkle and Cortez out to Strickland, Les Strickland, or Lee Strickland. And Boston has it at the corner. And it's over to Boston, brings it down, puts a shot on. Oh, and they score. Boston scored a goal on a rebound that bounced off of Matty Rooney, and Boston scored to make it 2-1. Yeah, it was a bouncing puck here. Boston went the full length of the ice, all the way down, skated very well. The puck went off a knoll. It looked like it went off a knoll here, and then Boston just put it in, and Maggie Rooney tried to dive for it, but she missed it. Just missed it on the glove save. But yeah, it was a nice goal. It was a good tap in. And Boston's now on the board with 2-1. Minnesota takes the face off here at center ice. Boston gets the face off, goes up, goes into the Minnesota zone. Wow. Claire Thompson was on defense on that one. Claire takes it and pushes it down into the Boston zone. Boston turns around and gets it. Minnesota's there on the attack. Minnesota right there, and a chance for another scoring opportunity for Minnesota, but they fanned wide on it. Maggie Rooney picks it up in the back behind her goal. Minnesota's trying to clear the puck out of their zone, sends it into center, but Boston's there to keep it going, and we have an offsides. A nice goal. I mean, it was a pretty, Ooh, Minnesota had an opportunity right back. Couldn't get the scoring chance. Bounced off the goalie's pads, and Minnesota was back on the attack. But then Boston came back up and took care of it. Minnesota's got it at center ice. Oh, now it's in Boston's zone. Oh, that was a big shot there by. That was a big slap shot there. Oh, yum, yum, yum. I had some yum, yum sauce on it. Britta Curl took that slap shot and sent it up into the stands. So we're down here in the Boston zone. Minnesota getting ready to take the face off. Boston wins the face off, goes around the goal. Minnesota still on the attack, keeps it in Boston zone, bouncing puck. And here comes Boston on a two-on-two breakaway. Puck goes around behind the back and behind the net. Minnesota brings it up. God, I wish they would have like a thing that would tell the people who have the puck. Yeah, I mean, like it's just one of those things that would help. Because when you watch the NHL like games on NHL and stuff, that thing that they have for the Canadian games or the thing that they had for the last night's game was really nice. Like as soon as a person would touch the puck, they would tell you who's got it. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But I understand that this is the PWHL and it's just a short league. They don't have a lot of money, so they're not really big on all that stuff. But I'll tell you right now, it's the PWHL, man, is going to take off, and when it does, I hope to God they have the same kind of like reaction as the NHL. Yeah, the NHL, man, because I mean, someday the PWHL is just going to take off, and people are going to look back and be like, "Wow, I can't believe that actually happened," but it needs to. I mean, women's hockey can't just be women's hockey can't just be collegiate and the Olympics. It's got to be, and I'm glad about that. So, hmm oh, Minnesota takes it up from their zone, gets it up to center, puts it down into Boston zone. Goalie saves it, brings it right around. Minnesota there on the attack, keeping the puck in the Boston zone. Minnesota doing a hell of a job to keep the puck in the zone. Ooh, Boston has it, and they send it all the way down. Minnesota there on the Minnesota there on the attack gets the puck at center ice, brings it back up. And it goes into Boston zone. Boston clears it ahead. Minnesota picks up the puck at center, stays with it. Bouncing puck goes all the way behind Maggie Rooney. Minnesota's got the puck, bringing it out of their zone, up to the blue line, up to center, all the way blue line to blue line. Minnesota shoots. Big save by the goalie. Minnesota keeping it in their zone, trying to get it. They're trying to clear it out of their zone, but they're doing good offense and defense at the same time. But Boston keeps it in their zone. Big shot towards the goal, blocked by a Frost defender. Minnesota brings it up and heads down to the Boston zone. Boston turns around and chips it in to their own zone. But right there at center ice, it's picked off again by the Frost. Um, Boston has a shot. Big save by Maggie Rooney. Pad save. Shot goes wide. Minnesota back on the attack. Boston with the puck now on Maggie's left side. Minnesota trying to clear the puck out of the zone. Boston right on there like a fat kid on a cupcake. Minnesota has the puck at center ice, brings it up, flips it all the way down, goes over the goalie's head, and Boston controls it, brings it back up to center. Minnesota there with the breakaway stop. Minnesota changes some players, brings in people I don't know because I haven't watched a lot of PWHL games, which I'm going to soon. Minnesota is on the break. Nope, they turn around and Boston has the puck going the opposite direction. Another big shot by Boston, blocked by a player from the Minnesota Frost. Ooh, a lot of pushing and shoving down there in the corner. Boston up at the top. Was going to rifle a shot, but they missed out the opportunity. Big stick save by Maggie Rooney. Minnesota clears it down to center. Boston player tried to cover it up. Minnesota's got the puck down in the Boston zone. Comes right around the other side. Minnesota's fighting on the puck for offense, but Boston has it behind the net. Boston trying to clear it out of the zone, but it's not going to happen. And we got ourselves a penalty by Boston. Looks like it's going to be a tripping or a holding penalty. 2-1 the score. I'm going to figure out these names. And then when I do, I'm be unstoppable. Grand on demand slots. Really? They'll do just about anything nowadays, won't they? Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, guitar. Grace Zumwinkle, Dominique Petrier, Brooke Bryant, Liz Sheps, Kendall Kane, Schofield, Taylor Heist, Denise Kazovia, Carla Harm, whatever. Oh, Zumwinkle got taken down to the ice like she was just. Yeah, Emily Brown got called for holding. She took Zumwinkle down to the ground. So we have another Minnesota power play. Minnesota down in the Boston zone here. 5 attackers getting this trying to go there. 0 for 1 on the power play today. No shots on goal from the last one. Frost are going to try to get a goal here. Ooh, Taylor had a nice pass, but it was broken up. Minnesota still on the attack. Shot just goes off of a Frost player. Oh, this fell over. Minute 14 left of the power play. Frost holding on to the puck. Trying to get a shot off. Ooh, big shot. Big save. Oh, Taylor shot that one off the post. Yeah. Was that number 27? Yeah, it was Taylor. Taylor Heiss. Yeah, Taylor Heiss, she shot that one and went right off the post. Oh boy. That one looked like it hurt. Still 43 seconds left of the power play. The puck's at center ice. Minnesota won the faceoff. Brought it back up to center. Minnesota trying to get something going here on this power play, but it's really, really starting to go kind of slow. Minnesota keeps control of the puck in the Boston zone. Big shot. Oh, puck goes off the post again. Goalie comes all the way out of the net and gets it. Maggie Rooney came all the way out of the net for that one. Kind of a dangerous play, but she got it cleared out. Minnesota back. 4 seconds left to go on the power play. Boston back at full strength. 43 seconds left in the second. Boston has control of the puck down in the Frost zone. 33 seconds left in the second period. Frost puts a shot, Maggie with a save, and it goes out of play. Big save by Maggie Rooney right there. God, big. Yeah, Zumwinkle had a slap shot, man. She unloaded on that one, and it went off the Boston player. Yeah. 27 seconds left to go in the second period. $23 left to go in the second period. 2-1 the score. Boston got their first goal. Came up on just in 13 seconds, 13 minutes into the second period. Blah 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 blah. Minnesota, Minnesota has the fucking Boston zone here. 1 second, and we're in second intermission. Good Lord. I am just having the damnedest time. No. I need some more water. Oh, God. That's only the end of the second period. So the game's not over yet, is it? Good Lord. I don't know. No, they play 3 periods. Unless they call it a draw, I guess. I don't know. Oh, that's Sunday. Oh. No. Oops. Just cover that up. There. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. 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 I just want to tell you, if you're a big fan of women's hockey, and you want a good podcast other than mine, check out Jocks and Jills, or Jills and Jocks, I think is what it's called. It's a woman's podcast on hockey. Yeah, from the PWHL. It's really good. Give it a shot. I did that already. Yep, the polar plunge. Oh god, it was so cool. I totally recommend anybody doing it. Yep. PlungeMinnesota.org. You want to look for, yeah, I plunged. I loved it. Uh, yeah, the Frost are the champions. They're the ones that won it last year. Hmm. Let's not forget that. Yeah, they're going to get more teams to join the PWHL. I mean, they're going to get a lot of teams here pretty quick. I think it's going to take off. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's going to take off, and I think it's going to be really great. I really do. Yep, and it is. It is a great thing. The PWHL. I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Hmm. Yeah. It's called Jocks and Jills, and it's with Tessa and Julia. It's basically a podcast for women's hockey, which I think is really cool. It's called Jocks and Jills, and it's it's a really good thing, and I think that women's hockey does that definitely deserves everything that they get, and I'm glad it's around. People sit there and they tell me, Jack, you're just kissing someone's ass. Well, no, I really respect women's hockey. I think it's really cool. I think more and more people should play hockey or get into it at least, especially women. One of the girls that's on the Jills and Jocks, or one of the girls that's on the Jocks and Jills podcast, is the girl that's from Shorzy. She is the one that's one of the announcers. Yeah, she talks about Shorzy on the show. Yeah, which I can't wait for season 4 of Shorzy. I'm getting all excited about it. Oh man, I got a huge headache, bro. uh, yeah, Tessa and Julia. You can listen to them wherever you get your podcasts. And they also have a YouTube channel called Jocks and Jills. It's a PWHL, really good podcast. You can actually take a look at it. I'll put it up on a link on here in my thing. I'll follow it on my Facebook, or I'll follow it on my YouTube. I love how they always make these good signs. Yeah. Whoa. 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 I like how they call themselves the Boston Fleet. Yeah, you know. Minnesota Frost though does the Minnesota Frost is a great name for a team. I'm sorry. I think that is just a cool name. I mean I created a logo for them called the Shield Maidens, and I thought the Shield Maidens was a really good name, but I really wish that they would have called themselves the Shield Maidens. But that would have been, really cool because they have the Vikings, and then yeah, they have the Vikings, which is an NFL team. Shield Maidens, which is, they should have just. I mean, they can't call them the Valkyries because the Valkyries that was a lingerie football team. That was a team that played football in lingerie, which I don't ever understand why they started the lingerie football league. I think that was just a weird thing that they started up, and it was kind of one of those things that you give a guy an opportunity to start a league, and he goes and turns it into something that is just you know that should have been a goal. Yeah, that is definitely a goal. Hmm. Follow my butt, score a goal, yay! That's not how I think about it though. But it's so funny when goalies do the thing where they like are like moonwalking and they're going backwards. It's like doot, 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 doot. It's like the Michael Jackson thing. It's like they're going backwards, and it looks kind of cool. I mean, it looks like they're just like whatever. I remember one time Marc Andre Fleury was coming out of the he was coming out of the he was coming out of the box, not the penalty box, but he was coming out to get on the ice to skate, and he tripped and he did like a 360 and he fell. Like he didn't fall on his face, he just like he fell on his pads and he slid across the ground. He just had this big smile on his face. Yeah, Minnesota does sit at the top of the lead, or so second place in the leaderboard with only 13 games left remaining in the season. Everybody's getting all excited for the cup. Trying to get ready to play for the cup again, and then the Minnesota Wild, they have all the way until April, but we're back underway here in the third period. Minnesota controls the puck at the blue line, up to center, big pass, goes long. Boston controls, back at center, goes down into the Minnesota zone behind for icing. 2-1 here in the start of the third period. Minnesota's leading with 17 shots. Boston only has 11. Um, they scored. Minnesota scored 2 goals. Boston scored 1, and the third period is getting underway. Let's take a face-off in the Boston zone. Boston controls the face-off. They're in Lowell, Massachusetts, and Minnesota sends it back down into the Boston zone. Boston has it behind the net, brings it up to the blue line, across the center. Minnesota steals the puck in their own zone. Quick pass, bringing it up to center. Minnesota has control of the puck. Cole Big check here. Up the center. Boston has it. Shot on goal. Maggie Rooney with a big save. She covers up. The reason why I know Maggie Rooney is because she's a goalie. She just sits there, and she's the they don't change every 5 minutes. Yeah, and you can see her. You can see her jersey. It says Rooney on the back of it, big letters. Rooney. Scoring chance there for Boston from Tapani, but she got blocked by Rooney. Minnesota has the puck behind Rooney, trying to bring it out of their zone, trying to clear it. Boston's had 8 scoring chances, but Minnesota's had 9. Tapani with it from Boston, gives a shot. Big save by offensive player. And Boston scores on a backhand. Maggie Rooney wasn't ready for that one, and Tapani just tapped it right in. Ooh. Tied up 2-2. And Tapani from Boston just scored on a backhand. Lovely backhand goal, by the way. Just got it, comes in there, turns around, and just gets the puck and scores right on the backhand. Glove side, Rooney. Oh. Nice goal. So now the game's exciting. No, I'm kidding. The game's been exciting all night. It's a 2-2 tie. Minnesota's back in their own zone, trying to bring the puck back up and trying to make something happen here after they just got that. There they go all the way blue line to blue line. Shot, and it goes wide. Minnesota keeps control of the puck in the Boston zone. Right in front of the goal. Big shot saved by the goalie. Liz Shepard tried to take a shot there, and she got it blocked. Minnesota loses the puck to Boston. Boston bringing it up to center ice. And then they'll send it down in the zone. Minnesota trying to bring it up, trying to make something happen here. Up at center ice, got the blue line. Shot on Maggie Rooney. Maggie Rooney with a big save. Maloney from Boston made a chip shot on that one and tried to get it past Maggie Rooney, but Maggie Rooney was right there to get it real quick. Oh boy. $17:20 to go in the third period. Boston just finally tied it up here. Boston's got control of the puck. Maggie Rooney makes another big save. That's Suzanne Tapani's 7th goal of the season for Boston. Minnesota trying to get the puck out of their zone here. Keep on going here. Boston keeps it back in. Minnesota at center ice tries to clear it. Goes back to Boston. Boston's got it at center ice. Now back into Minnesota zone. Minnesota trying to clear the puck out of the defense. But Boston's still there, like just able to get it. Just able to keep stopping. Minnesota's got the puck behind Maggie Rooney. They're going to try to clear it out here. Down to Cole, or down to Curl. Curl's got it. Shot goes wide. Stick lost there by Boston. Minnesota keeps it in the zone. Trying to get a pass up in the front, but couldn't get a pass going. Boston controls. Puck goes out of the stands. Ow. Ow. Fuck. Hey, you know what? I wish that I would have had my little roller thing here. You know, I really do hate people who steal things from people. It really pisses me off. No, I had this. I ordered this thing when I first moved here so that my chair could roll on the carpet, and some douchebag asshole stole it in my apartment complex. I don't even fucking care. They just probably tried to sell it and use it for meth. I mean, that's what 90% of the people do. They steal stuff around here. Minnesota on a breakaway. Oh, almost had a goal. Yeah, so my chair doesn't roll very well on this carpet, and it kind of pisses me off because, Minnesota keeping the puck in the Boston zone, but pretty much all Minnesota here trying to fight it off here. Boston's got it on the attack, coming up on the center, and the puck goes there. I'm like losing my mind here. Minnesota's in the back of the. Minnesota is. Boston still continuously trying to fight here, but Minnesota ends up breaking it up and doing some good defense here. Minnesota comes down in the Boston zone, shoots, and a big save by the goalie for Boston. Minnesota trying to get some attacks going here. Oh. Well, they don't say that women's hockey is a tough sport. Those two are just women's hockey is about as tough as tough as they come. The women do play really hard. Come on, get a shot off here, Minnesota. Ooh, puck goes wide of the net. Big shot, but it went wide. Boston on a breakaway. Maggie Rooney comes all the way out of the box or out of the goal there to get it. Boston comes back on the attack. Inside. Big save there by Maggie Rooney again. Boston on a shot. Maggie Rooney with a big save in the glove. I'm yet to see a woman's fight. Like women drop the gloves and actually fight each other. But I don't think that'll ever happen. I mean, I don't think it'll ever get to that point. I don't really think that I don't really think that they would ever fight because they're first of all they're wearing cages, you know, for hockey. I mean, they're wearing hockey cages, so I don't think they would ever drop the gloves because punching a cage is hard on the hands. But I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of controversial sayings and a lot of things that were against women's hockey, which I think is really funny. But I don't understand why that people have to say that kind of stuff. But I mean, women's hockey definitely deserves to be a sport, and I think it, definitely needs to be out there. And there's a lot of people that gave it a lot of crap. Yeah, they gave it a lot of crap. There was a lot of memes and a lot of yeah, there was a lot of memes and a lot of people talking down about the PWHL. But and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's just something that happens. There's all these bad people and bad publicity, and yeah. They always make these assumptions about everything all the time. 13:04 in the third, 2-2 tie. Like I've always said, Minnesota's a wonderful thing. $13:04 left to go in the third period here. Boston Fleet tied it up 2-1 or 2-2. Oh my God, my head! I just got I got a brain freeze or something. Not a brain freeze. I just like had some brain fog. Like all of a sudden, the foghorns are going off and my head's hurting. Minnesota's got the puck right now, trying to get it out of their zone, but it came up the center of the pass. Boston on the attack came back onto it, and we have an offsides. Nope, we don't. Minnesota got the puck back. Thought we had an offside call on Minnesota on Boston, but we didn't. Minnesota pushes the puck down into the Boston zone. Minnesota comes back on the attack here, trying to get the puck over to a shot on goal to clear up this 2-2 tie. Minnesota keeps the puck in the zone. Boston on the attack, getting up to the blue line, up to center. Got a big breakaway here. And nope, crashes into the boards really hard. Boston player hits the boards pretty hard because she lost her footing, and then she lost her footing and went right into the boards hard. One of the things that last night at the Chicago, or one of the things at the Canada game last night, the Canada U.S. game, God, there was a lot of hits last night. Big checks last night. I mean, there were more checks. There were more checks cashed last night than there was anything you could ever imagine. And I mean, there was so many checks last night that were just there, and it was just taken. But I've noticed about the PWHL, there's not a lot of checks. Yeah, there's not a lot of checks, and there's not a lot of big hits in the PWHL. I'm not. I don't have anything. There's not anything wrong with that. It's just that there's not anything wrong with that. It's just that I just don't think that they go for the checks. I don't think they actually go to try to hit each other like that. I mean, I don't. I mean, I've never really seen an open face check in the PWHL where anybody's trying to hurt somebody. You know, and I mean they do wear the full face cages. Some girls wear the glass or the plastic ones, and some girls wear the metal ones. Yeah, and I mean, they don't really, it's not like they, go barreling into the other girl at 100 miles an hour. I mean, but it really looks like, when they check each other, it looks like it hurts. I mean, I've taken a check before, and a check doesn't feel good. No, it doesn't. I mean, I took it in a scrimmage game. Well, I was playing roller hockey, and I was a goalie. Yeah, I was a goalie. I was in the back, and this dude checked the crap out of me. I was in the goal, and he checked me, and then I got up and I turned around. I turned around, skated after him, and I checked him. I was like, dude, that was just totally uncalled for. You didn't need to check me because I wasn't even anywhere to get hit. and he checked me like really openly, like right across the face. So yeah. But did she just like hacky sack that? Holy shit, she like did. She like bounced it off her knee. Oh, Boston had an opportunity, but looked like there's no penalty there. It was waved off. Maddie Rooney with a big save again. Getting kind of excited there. She jumped out of her pads. Yeah, she like jumped out of her pads. So yeah. I will one day figure all this out, but then after that I'll probably end up dying or something. I noticed Brendan came on, but then Brendan kind of disappeared. So 9:50 to go in the third here. Boston on the attack. Minnesota trying to hold off here and get something going for them. Minnesota on a breakaway. Shot. Oh, big shot just wide of the net. Oof. Get your hockey glove back on and go play. Boston with a shot goes up in the stands, and we'll have a face-off. Tapping in with another chance to try to score another goal. I wonder what a guy thinks when he's married to a PWHL player. I bet he's like really happy, but I bet it's not like, I mean, I bet the PWHL, PWHL doesn't get that same following that the NHL has, but it will eventually. And I'm wondering like what a PWHL player makes, like how much money she makes. I mean, she obviously makes enough money to live off of, to she makes enough money to live off of and to provide for her family, but I bet it's not the same as an NHL player. No. But it should be. Yeah, it should be. I mean, one day the PWHL will take off and it'll just go and it'll do exactly what it needs to do, and that's just go far in life. See, I would love to be that guy. Goes to the games and just dresses up and has like a Boston Fleet flag, and he's just waving it around like you just don't care. I actually wanted to dress up like a polar bear for the Frost and actually call myself Frosty and go around with the team. I think that would be really fun. Yeah, I think to be the mascot for the Minnesota Frost. I think that'd be so cool. Yeah, wear a polar bear costume. 8:35 left to go in the game here. Minnesota needs to cap on something here and get a break. Face-off down in the Boston zone. Minnesota's trying to win the face-off here, trying to get something going, but Boston right on the attack. Minnesota's got it. Keeps the puck going. And Minnesota's got the puck behind the goal. Behind the Boston goal, tried to get a centering shot, but it went wide. And it was stopped by Boston. Minnesota on the attack up by the blue line. Pass. Oh, shot goes wide and it goes into the stands. We'll have a face-off at the middle of the arena, at the center of the arena. Coach of the Boston Frost has actually got the new. She's got one of the new. She's got one of the Black History Month T-shirts on or sweaters on, and it looks really nice. It's actually a really nice uh, logo, and it was drawn. They said it was drawn by a lady uh, who she drew it, and I didn't catch the thing about it, but it was drawn by a lady around, uh, um, and it was a really nice logo. Yeah. If you want to read about more of the logo, just go to the PWHL's website. What I put Black History Month. Big save by Maggie Rooney there. She took that one right off the face mask. Puck goes all the way down, and we will get an icing. Faceoff comes back into the Minnesota zone. Boston had a 2-on-1 breakaway there just a second ago. And Maggie Rooney took that one right to the lower pad. Made a big save. Oh. I'm leaning back too far. Face off in the Minnesota zone. Minnesota wins the face off. They're trying to clear it, get down the ice, get a scoring opportunity or get a scoring chance. With only 7:39 left in the third period. Minnesota's trying to figure out what to do here. Whoa. Yeah. And we'll get another icing penalty. Jiminy. 7:16 to go here in the third. Minnesota trying to clear the puck out their zone. Boston's trying to keep it in and keep on the attack. Trying to get that, final goal that might seal it all right here. I think basically the next goal wins is what I say. Because whoever scores the next goal pretty much wins the game because like the shots on goal and the time of attack and the time of possession is just so slow, but it's getting there. Oh, here we go, 2-on-2. And Boston scores. Glove over Maggie Rooney's glove. Knight got the goal on that one. It was a 2-on-1. 2-on-1 goalie by himself, and Boston scores the go-ahead goal. Knight got the goal for Boston. Yep. I do like the PWHL's colors, though. I mean, the women's referees. That's the sixth goal for this season for Hillary Knight, and she brings Boston up 3-2. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game here. Minnesota trying to answer back, but anything's possible. Maggie Rooney comes out with it, flips it out to one of her players. Puck goes all the way down the ice, and we will get an icing call. Faceoff goes back down in the Minnesota zone. God. Bam. Minnesota wins the faceoff. Wins the faceoff. God, I can't talk. 5:50 left to go in the period. Minnesota trying to capitalize on something here. Minnesota keeping the puck in the Boston zone, trying to get a shot. Ends up losing the puck, has to regroup, and they crash into each other. Well, there's finally a big check. Minnesota shot. Minnesota, what? Wait a minute. Oh, I think there was another goal there just a second ago. Yeah, love has no labels. Tell that to all the women on Instagram. Oh my God. Puck bounced off the top post, then just about went in. Puck hits the post, goes off Zumwinkle's foot, comes back, big 5-hole stop. Ooh. Minnesota just about answered on that goal, but that was close. So invigorating. No, I'm in a good mood, but I don't get anybody who watches any of these things. I don't know, man. Yeah, about 2:30. I don't know. I think I go to work at 4:00 in the afternoon tomorrow. I actually had a great, like, I was sleeping really well last night. God, did I sleep good? Slept like a baby. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I didn't even put that guy's information in my phone last night. I met a guy who plays another Santa Claus, and he actually rides a Harley. He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, he's like a Santa on a Harley or something like that. Yeah. Maybe Minnesota can get something going on here. And icing is waved off. Minnesota trying to go on the attack here, trying to get down the ice to score. Ooh, Minnesota's got the puck in Boston zone. Little chip pass out to the top. Big Big squirrel up in front of the net there. It was a big shot, but it was wide. Boston on the attack. Maggie Rooney's going to cover. And there'll be 4:07 left to go in the third period as the goal just got completely taken off of its rings. A lot of people getting ready for the Toronto Spectres and the Ottawa Charge up here in Canada. Games at 4:00 this afternoon. A lot of people love their PWHL. Well, Canada is just trying to show that they love hockey up in Canada. I mean, you don't have to go to Canada when you live in Minnesota. It's the same damn place, pretty much. Yeah, I think so anyway. Get the same kind of weather. 3:36 left to go in the game here. Minnesota's trying to spark some nostalgia here and try to get down there and get a goal. But can't get anything to go their way, it looks like here. Minnesota's got the puck at center, goes all the way back to their zone. Minnesota's got the puck at center. Boston with an interception. Minnesota's got the puck again. Well, they did. And they lost it. Nope. Come on. Got it. Minnesota's got the puck in their own zone. 2:50 left to go in the game. Minnesota's trying to find something here to get this going. And they're doing pretty darn good. Trying to, anyway. Boom, boom, boom. What was the penalty? Oh. Minnesota's got to make something happen here. Page right, DM me. Whoa, Minnesota just about scored. Taylor Heist got a goal there. But it was in the glove. Yeah, Taylor Heist, man, she's like, I got this. I'm going to score. Yeah, Taylor's going to score the game-winning goal right here. She's going to score the goal to tie it. She's bound and determined. Two minutes to go in the third. Come on. Wow. Somebody liked my video. Oh, big slapper, but it went off of a Boston player. Empty net for Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota's got the empty net. Yeah, so they got the extra attacker on. Whoa, don't screw it up now, guys. Come on. Stay with it, Minnesota. Offsides. Minute 14 to go. See, that was a missile that went off of Tapani. Timeout, Minnesota. Minute 14 left to go in the game here. Third period coming to a close. Boston got the game-winning goal here. Well, yeah, Boston went up a goal here. Just right at the end of the game here, right when about 5 minutes left in the game, they scored the game-winning goal, or the one that clinched the thing. Minnesota's got to get it. Minnesota's got to get something going here. Oh, did you just hear that pop? Holy cow. Oh, ow. That hurt. All right, Minnesota, come on, tie it up. Let's go. Minnesota, go. Right. 1 minute. 1 minute and counting. And Miss Rooney's going to the box. So the faceoff is down at the Boston end. 54 seconds left to go. Minnesota trying to capitalize on this. So be a miracle. I think it'll happen. What do you think? Go. The coach is like, just play the damn thing. Cava, Curl, Panic, Schofield, and Heiss should be out there. Yeah. That should be their big scoring team. I was gonna say 55.6 seconds. 55 seconds left to go. I was gonna say 9 minutes. Where the hell did 9 minutes go from? Somebody wanted to. Minnesota with a scoring opportunity. Can they get it here? Puck goes high. And Boston is got it. And no, Minnesota gonna get the puck all the way back behind the goal. 30 seconds to go. Oh, boo. That's the last. That was it right there. Minnesota's got to keep it going here. What the hell's going on with the feed? Hell, man. 10 seconds left to go and they score. Empty net for Boston and they scored a goal. And that was the nail in the coffin right there. Mueller, she put the last goal in the basket on an empty netter. And Boston's going to win 4-2. Yeah. And 6-5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Game is over. Boston wins 4-2. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.